T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In a world full of mundane podcasts, one show rises from the ashes. Critics are calling it outrageous. Podcasts, as we know it, will never be the same again.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Welcome to the show.
Tonight, prepare for an epic journey where every step could be your last. The destination, a place where no maps can show. The mission, to rise above the rest. The danger, unimaginable. The reward, a shit ton of weed and laughs. It's going to blow your mind. This is 2 Feed Bloods. So sit back, turn up the volume, grab your weed, get ready to light those bloods.
I don't know what's happening. Oh my God, yo. What the fuck? Hello? Can you hear me? What the This is the time that I'm talking about. All hell's breaking loose. That is what you guys know right now. So, nothing worked. Nothing worked whatsoever. Sound check went great, and then all of a sudden, the sound doesn't work, the camera doesn't work, I can't see what the fuck's going on, it's dark. Oh my fucking God, yo. If it's not one fucking thing, it's another. I swear to fucking God. To Be Blood, brought to you by To Be Blood Productions and the Hayes Radio Network. Tonight we are powered by North Atlantic Seed Company. 50% off all in-house genetics throughout the month of September. Make sure you visit the website. T-Roy in the house tonight. Our special guest, Mammakush. What to get high as fuck as I'm stressed out now. Panic attack on the ride. It's To Be Blood. T-Roy.
Yo, you cut to me at the wrong time, PZ.
Sorry.
Okay.
I needed you desperately.
What? I'm sorry.
Everything, like it was just a total breakdown of everything. Like you were backstage for sound check. Everything looked and sounded great, and then all of a sudden, I start the theme music. I play the video. The theme music doesn't want to hit. The camera looks like it's dark, no lights on. I don't know why.
I was backstage here looking like, oh man.
I didn't even put my hat back on. Where'd my hat go? Jesus Christ.
Peasy, man. What up, man?
All right. I'm back. God damn it. So yeah, To Be Blood, we're live. And we're experiencing what might be the dawn of the technical difficulties because I never, a very rare occasion do I break down the studio the way we did for Blunt Wars. I took everything with me, the mixer, the fucking laptop, everything.
Listen, I don't know what you did with your camera, but you look clear as shit right now.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't look clear as shit every week. What the fuck?
I mean, no, you do, but like, there's like a new, it's probably because it's like, it looks like it's closer, just more focused on you. Whereas every other week it's been, a little bit more pulled out. Like I feel like I'm sitting here talking to you, face to face and in person, live and in color. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't mean to do that.
Please don't do that. I don't need to be
widescreen. I don't know. I prefer the close up look,
It's not the setting on the StreamYard thing. It's the position. It's the depth of field.
That makes sense. I didn't know there was any depth of field happening. The depth of field is kind of in my vision. I feel like I'm all messed up right now, man.
There is always a depth of field, my friend.
Anyways, I just want to give a big shout out to everyone who's up in the chat right now. I see Ruse Goofy growing up in here, Traptor, Heisenturp Brothers, Can Alicia, J Rats, Curly, Greenleaf, Tommy Two, Buds, Kind Buds, Dank Nugs. That's like a
it literally won't let me join the chat without having to like leave here, which is fucking weird because I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to leave my people.
See the chat?
I can see it, but I can't be in it. You know what I mean? I can't
it says in the settings here. I just want to put this out here that guests can they can see comments and posts. I don't know if that means that probably can't actually comment or post. Sorry.
That would explain it.
Yeah, that would make a whole bunch of make a whole bunch of sense actually.
A whole bunch of money. Yeah, we're all after a whole bunch of money, aren't we, Peasy?
We sure are. Man, after a rough start, we're here now. We got to smoke some weed.
I feel like I haven't been here in forever.
Well, you were out last week. You got to do the rehearsal dinner.
Yep. I feel like the people forgot about me, man. Yeah,
well, you were kind of an afterthought after that,
Damn. No, I get you.
No, I'm only kidding.
I tend to have that effect on people. It's quite all right.
No, we're glad to have you back, T-Roy, of course. You know what I mean? T-Roy. I don't know why I keep calling you T-Roy. It's mad weird, yo. But
listen, I don't know. Somebody in the damn chat started it and it just took off, and now there's no going back.
This is fucking can in the house. The Don's here. The Don who made a 2.5 hour ride to Connecticut for Blunt Wars showed up. Shit. The Don himself, can. Which was fucking nuts when I seen him tap my shoulder. Let me tell you, that was pretty fucking wild.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm literally packing up a joint as we speak. I didn't get home until about 6:55 from grabbing dinner, so I ate half a Subway sandwich in 2.5 minutes while you were testing sound with Mammakush.
I can't eat before we go live. You know why?
I haven't really eaten all day, so like I needed to if I was gonna smoke.
If I were to eat before we did this, I'd be in the bathroom immediately. No, that's my worst fear is eating before the show and then mid live having a poop. Like that would just ruin my life, yo. That is literally like the biggest fear I have. You ask my wife. I've been performing as a performer, entertainer for years, rapper, wrestler. I was in a rock band, all this shit, all this stuff I've done. If it's show day, like after noon, if it's right after like 12 o'clock noon, like I will not eat. I can't. I fear I'm going to be on stage, no matter what time that might be, and I'm going to have to poop. And that's fucked up, man. It's like a literal fear. I won't do it.
That's terrible.
I won't do it. So it is what it is, though. It's cool. Let me go ahead because I know everyone's waiting. I want to smoke, and I have this blunt that I rolled here. In lieu of the blunt wars from over the weekend, I went ahead and rolled a Dutch Master. So let me. I went old school, right? And look at that. That's not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Buddy. I'm saying. I rolled a blunt. I love you guys. Thank you. Alicia, thank you. JP, what up? Traptor, what up? Ganix, what up? HGTC. We got a big night. We're going to be celebrating. We got a big guest, Mammakush, co-host of the HGTC Homegrown the Community, the YouTube show and podcast. And you can tell because the clique is in the house. Everyone who I see on a Friday or Wednesday night is here, which is fucking dope. Inner Vibes, if Macho's here, Cap Snake Oil, TJ Times, all the regular people. Luke's in the house, my man, the Thrower Gauntlet champion, which we're going to be talking about in a little bit too when Mammakush comes on. The big trip to LA. I can't wait to talk more about that. But more importantly, not more importantly, but first things first, I should say, not more importantly, is we got to talk about one thing. And that one thing, 100%, blunt wars. Blunt wars. Blunt wars.
Blunt wars.
Blunt wars.
Blunt wars.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. We can't talk about blunt wars yet. So I didn't shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We didn't even like the weed yet.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I will bet you any amount of money that there's no lighter in here. Any amount of money. I knew it. I literally said any amount of money. I knew it. This is it. This is literally the bane of my existence are these fucking lighters every fucking week. I can't even light anything ever. If you are not here to back me up, I will literally sit here stone cold sober.
Listen, if my child didn't have the flu, I'd be there and you'd have a lighter right now.
No, what am I gonna do with no lighter? I know. I know. Not advisable right now, but this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do a dab. You guys fuck it. I know. I see our Blunt Wars champion backstage, hands on head, like, oh fucking no, this is going to shit. This is gonna be it. It's gonna be it. I don't give a fuck. Let's turn this sumbitch on. Let me grab my custom 2B blunt dab tool with the logo on it because we're cool like that. We're gonna bust out some of this crumbled deliciousness. It might be a little bit much. It's like the size of a book, you know?
Goddamn peasy. Easy peasy.
I don't go easy. It's goddamn it. Listen, I'm stressed out. It's a rough start. And this is going to be the way we're going to ease it up. So grab your weed, grab your concentration, your edibles, whatever you do to get to that next level. And let's get ready. Just smoke it if you got it. Once this bitch turn green. Once this thing turn green, it's a wrap. Come on, motherfucker. I'm trying. Here we go. Oh, goddamn.
The way we
My lips is in the fucking machine gun. You heard that?
He said lungs go brrr.
Yeah, no. Fuck it. This is how it's gonna be.
It. That's it. Way she goes, Bubba. Way she goes.
The dab is gonna get it going right. This is what's gonna happen. We got the dab in. I hope y'all took your hits with us. Now we can talk about blunt wars. We're bringing a good start here. Thank God for iced coffee. Saving the day. Listen, we got to talk about blunt wars. Went down this weekend. 8 competitors went head-to-head, tournament style, to see who was going to walk out the smoked out champion. The smoked out champion, and only one person prevailed. This one person was on the show 2 weeks ago.
Wait a minute.
And they said they hoped that the last 2 people in the tournament for the finals were the 2 people who we featured 2 weeks ago on the show from Blunt Wars, Kim Bliss and Boston Bait. It came down to those 2 in the finals.
That's nuts.
It was wild, and I couldn't stop talking about it because it was literally called on the show. Literally called it. So, let me just say, if you want to know who the winner is, I'm going to tell you right now. It was none other than the OG herself, Kim Bliss.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yo.
With the
What
Smoke
up?
Out Championship. Let's see that thing in its glory, including the blunt. Goddammit.
No,
God damn.
that's a Kim Blunt. That's a Kim Blunt right there.
That is. That's a gorilla finger.
Yeah, there you go.
A fatty.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
fatty.
coming for that next year.
You got the
let's go. I'm
Smoke
ready.
Championship.
I'm so ready for everyone.
I gotta tell you, you went through the competition. You went through the competition.
I still can't believe it.
I can't either. Not for nothing, not because I didn't think you could do it, but because you
I
were.
know facts. I bet exactly. Like there was good competitors. Like they are all fucking good. Like,
You were a late addition to the whole
I
thing.
really, even though like my first competitor, me and him we go hand in hand all the fucking time. I'm like, I just
And you came out on top, defeating
that's-
a wealth of opponents. You went through round 1 where you beat Noel. You went through round 2 when you beat Rich Rolls, who was on a roll. I'm about to add you. No
he got
pun
me on the weight. He got me on the weight.
But when you went up against Boston in the finals, the Blunt
He's-
Wars,
That I called it. I wanted to go against him because I thought that it would be like really head on head, and it was like he's a good. He can roll. Like his is amazing. Like just as good.
well, here's the thing that killed him. He was rolling these like cigar blunts all night. And
Yeah.
then the last match, he had decided that he was going to put the wood tip in there. to try to
Yes.
impress the judges.
So I decided to just go authentic and go with what I've always known, what I've always done. I mean, in that second one, I did decide to break it up myself, and it got mad sticky. That was that. So but it worked.
Sticky fingers can work against you in a rolling contest because
It was
100%.
rough. It was rough.
You know?
Especially if you're working with paper. If your fingers are sticky and you're working with paper, it's fucking game over, dude.
The leaves were just falling right off, so it was just a
Oh,
little
yeah.
like,
the Dutch
and
master.
under
Congrats, though.
under
Congrats,
pressure.
dude. That's fucking awesome.
Thank you.
We had a first round was you had 3 minutes to roll a 1.5 gram blunt. Kim won.
Heard.
Second,
I had like 13, 15 seconds left.
yup. Second round, you gotta roll a whole eighth. You gotta roll an eighth in 4 fucking minutes. An eighth in 4 minutes in the blunt. And then the last round, by audience choice, they decided that we were gonna go 7 grams in 5 minutes. Was the final round, and it came fucking head to fucking head, man.
Oh my god!
Nuts! It was incredible, and somehow you pulled through. You won the final one. Big celebration at the end. I mean, you were living it up. Picture, you had a whole photo shoot going on. Like,
oh my god! I know the pictures are amazing. Yeah, I mean, I can't be more happy, honestly. Like for one, like I've been doing this since I'm 42 years old. I've been doing this since I was like 19 years old. So like finally it's recognized. So
Hell yeah.
it feels good.
Fuck yeah, dude.
yeah,
Congrats, man. That's
now,
good.
have you been rocking that belt everywhere you go since you won it? Because I know I would be.
Bro, yeah, but I can't. It is killing my fucking back. It is so heavy. I gotta carry it like this right now.
That's an acceptable way. You don't have to wear it. Like carry it on the shoulder.
That's the only way to wear it.
Yeah, I know.
My back is hurting.
You had to put the whole show on your back when you walked out the champion.
I know, right?
Even the judges the whole time were just every time they got handed a blunt, they were like,
honestly, they were just great judges, and they a lot of people gave me the confidence throughout the whole thing too. Like there was a lot of the the other vendors and the other people there, and they're it was really good. So it was nice. It was good feeling.
Easy, I really can't wait for the next one, bro.
Oh,
you had stiff competition. I mean, I don't know if you would have made it past the first round. I wouldn't have made it past the
Get
first round.
the fuck out of here, PZ.
Get
out of here. Get out of here.
It wasn't just your average run-of-the-mill rollers. Like the competition was stacked.
All right, you know what? So the next time I come through, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring a whole ounce of weed. I'm gonna bring a fucking 5-pack of fucking whatever. All right,
Dutches,
I'm gonna show you.
Whatever, because we weren't rolling my blunt. I do Garcia Vegas. I don't do Dutchies, so they weren't even my blunt.
Damn, yo.
Listen, I'm hella. See, here's the thing though. I'm hella versatile. I can roll just about anything. You know what I mean?
Me too. To be honest, everybody's saying you should teach me how to roll. Well, maybe I should.
So what's funny is when I first learned how to roll, I was rolling big ass games, right? So
yeah.
the one who taught me how to roll was my ex-wife, actually. And so she taught me to like wet the outside, and I unrolled it, cracked it, split it, filled it, and then I re-rolled it back up in the leaf. So it was like,
so I don't know how to do that. I do want to learn though, and I did talk. So I think 2 of my the contestants, they also know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, and I would like to. Like I would like to learn for sure.
Heisman was it based on speed or no? It was based on a combination of things. You had 5 points total. 1 point for who finishes first, 1 point who came closest to weight without going over, 1 point for smokability, and 2 points for aesthetics. So a total of 5 possible points for the winner. And there was a lot of rounds where it came 2 on 2.
The way you get them 2 points is you break it down. Take the extra couple of seconds to do it that way, and you'll end up
So,
with a really nice looking blunt.
yeah, well, I didn't. So, I wasn't too worried about time. I wanted to obviously get it on time and done, but I wasn't necessarily too worried about that or the weight necessarily. I tried to get close as possible, but
Right.
just being authentic and winning the judges over
yeah.
was my way, and it worked.
I definitely want to give a shout out also to the judges for that night, because they had a lot of fucking weed.
Absolutely. I don't know if they like woke up the next morning.
And those guys were puffing down the whole fucking time.
Oh my god.
Hardcore. Girl
Yeah,
base.
that was a lot of weed.
Yep. Shout out to the judges. Yeah, damn right. Speaking of grow base hooked me up with this fucking fat ass bag of fucking some home grow he got here. And I wish I could get these things close enough to show this shit, because these fucking nugs are fucking wild, yo. I don't know if you can get it close enough for y'all to see. Cause probably not. I'll post a picture online. It's like purple and orange, and it smells like apricots. It's like a glazed apricot gelato crossed with Medellin. Fucking hooked me up with the fucking bag, yo. And this shit's fucking fire. And that's what I got in the
Save some for the next time.
I'm gonna light this bitch. We're gonna take a break before we bring on our guests. And I'm gonna grab my fucking lighter right outside the door, and we're gonna fucking spark that bitch. Fuck that shit.
Speaking of lighters, I have all the lighters. I want everybody in the world to have our Power Girls lighters. So guess who's getting a whole bunch of Power Girls lighters? You are, when I go get my thing to hold it up on my wall.
Peasy, I'm grabbing one from you.
That's why I was like this. I'm like, I have millions of lighters.
like in like a AI picture, like in like a wrestling arena. With the
you are never gonna have. You're gonna have lighters everywhere.
I'm grabbing some.
We're gonna, because obviously I'm a hot fucking mess. Like the Hot Mess Express is here. Choo every fucking week, yo. Something's gotta be.
But as always, you got your dab rig. Like I know how you are with that thing too.
Right now off the dab rig. I'm about to spark this blunt. I rolled a Dutchie. Look at this shit. This is mine.
I know. Look at you go.
In the light of the whole thing, I had to make sure I still could do it.
Yes.
That's the most important thing. It's like I saw like once, and I'm like, can I still do it? Can I still do it? I love Mr. Gaddix, this Power Girl Peasy.
Flag on the play. Hold on.
Flag on the play. Speak up.
When was the last time you actually rolled a blunt before today?
Good question. Great. I like that question.
Like roll one of these, like a blunt like this.
Yeah, like that.
A few months ago.
All right. So how long before that?
I mean, me and my buddy at work, whose name I will leave anonymous, we often take blunt rides with the Dutch masters. So we'll just leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So
I'm just making sure, because you dropped the words, had to see if I still got it, and that made me wonder. Like,
because he's a King Kong guy. He likes those King Kong.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
I ain't never physically seen him roll a blunt until tonight when I was backstage watching him roll the blunt.
You've only been here for a few months.
I came and rolled something live on air, PZ.
I am the OG. Go ahead. You know what?
I rolled something live on the show, PZ.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, Jabroni. This is right.
Yo, Jabroni.
Me and you are going to go one-on-one here, brother.
I want to see this. I got to see this. Yes.
So, me and you, we're going to go fucking blunt for blunt, and we're going to go right down the middle.
Power Girls will supply.
There you go.
I want one of them things, though. I need me a belt. I need me a belt.
So, listen, you got to wait till 2025 to get one of those, baby. That's it.
That's right.
Blunt Wars event. That's how this goes.
I'm defending this.
Exactly.
Dude, I will do a blunt for blunt with you all day long. All
man, that'd be great.
Long.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. First off, or not first off, but lastly,
James Dutch Masters, loose leaf.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Shout out Power Girls
Thank
of
you.
CT. Kim Bliss.
Yes, thank
I
you.
can't
so
wait
much.
for them
Thank you.
lighters.
All right.
Yes.
We'll see you guys. We'll take a quick break. I'm going to grab my lighter right here. And when we come back, Mammakush, you're going to be live right here at To Be Blunt with me and T-Roy. So don't go nowhere. It's the highest motherfucker around. You already know the deal. Am I right? Does it get any higher than this? I don't think it does.
Easy, you're high. Stop talking.
Okay. My bad. To Be Blunt.
Get down with it, you know that you gonna rip it like you supposed to. Like, hey, now we gon' get it like breakdown. Get down with it, you know that you gonna rip it like you supposed to.
I'ma rip this, yep, bar, that's a fact. Verse ad libs, yep, that's a rapping. If you hear HT, yep, hands and clap. Cadillac smack, eyes jack from cataracts, verse for verse. Trick rap for rap, I rip the shit swift when I plan attacks. And if you don't want beef, tell your man get back. Better yet, best bet tell your mans relax. Cause I got a loose temper and a Mac to match. You ain't want war, but you asked for that. I have you tripping, I'm addicted, call me acid crack. You collab with HC, you got a classic track. I ain't full of myself, but a fact's a fact. And if you whack, ain't no passing that. If you had jack, when I go to pass you black and bow down, boy, like your motherfucking master back. I'm wrong.
Hey, now we gon' get it like breakdown. Get down with it, you know that you gonna rip it like you supposed to. Hey, now we gon' get it like breakdown. Get down with it, you know that you gonna rip it like you supposed to.
It's that white boy with the stone to flow. And if you doubt me, you can learn from a pro. But you should step back, go and take you some notes on how the trippy motherfuckers stay running the show. I'm the get high rapper, blood's no rapper. See me in the streets, I'm the trap star cracker. Making easy money, slinging everything you're after. Live a legend in my town, they calling me the master. You got weed? Go roll it up. Got that lean? Get a double cup. Rockstar life, yes, they turned up. Up all night, never go sober up. Yes, sir, you can ask the team, and they gon' tell you that I'm about the green. I'm coming straight for you like a laser beam. There ain't no holding me back, man. I'm just living the dream.
If you ain't taking fat dabs right now, what the fuck is you doing? It's To Be Blunt.
Yeah, all right. We back, yo. I can finally light up the fucking glazed apricot gelato across the Medellin. From my man, the Grow Base. Make sure you follow Grow Base. He got a whole app. We've got a lot of home growers here, so make sure you check them out. Grow Base got a whole app you can download to help you keep track of your actual cannabis grow. So make sure y'all check that out. North Atlantic Seed Company, 50% off all in-house genetics this whole month of September. Make sure you check them out, NorthAtlanticSeed.com. Also get 10% off your order with our code ToBeBlunt10. Are y'all ready for our guest? Are you ready? T-Roy,
Am I ready? I'm ready.
Hit, all right? That was a pretty good hit. All right. A super dope intro. That's right. Okay. All right. And now it's time for the main event. She is home grower, influencer, co-host of HGTC Homegrow the Community on every Wednesday and Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The legendary Mammakush. Mammakush, welcome to the show.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, she's muted.
Unmute yourself.
You gotta unmute yourself. I can't do it. There you are.
Thank you. Too right. Nice to meet you. Oh my God.
Nice to finally meet you.
Oh, welcome to Mama's world.
It's my pleasure.
Just living in it. God damn it! You didn't know that, bro. We're just living in this shit.
Honestly.
TJ Dives. Oh my goodness. Double A. See all this talk. J-Rex, all this talk about blunts. I had to pop open my last King Palm here.
Ooh, what you got there?
Ooh, is that peach?
Is that mango?
The mango.
Oh,
It's the mango. Yeah, so I got the last one right here. And so I had to pack it real quick. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta pack this. And then I realized that they actually give you a tool. Last time I'm like searching around trying to find something to poke it and pack it with, and lo and behold, they actually prepare and give you one.
That's one of the most beautiful things about King Palms is they supply everything you fucking need to get going.
I love this. And it's like it's made of wood. I love it. King Palms, shout out.
Dude, it's great. I love that.
I just tried one of these.
That's the reason why I grab like OCB cones and like raw cones, because they come with the fucking
yes.
You know?
Yeah.
We stay with the King Palms over here.
For the cones, I would use the raw 6-shooter. So you can load 6 of them, you throw it in, and you tap it down.
Yeah, I have one of those too.
Oh, they're amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It's great. It's great. It's I mean, it's I don't ever pack that far ahead in time. I generally just pack on the fly. So like I'll use it when I have like a bunch of people over. You know, I mean, if we're all smoking, we'll just throw it in the 6-shooter.
Never seen you bust that some bitch out. What? How many times we hang out? We gonna bust out this here. The fuck?
It's upstairs in my closet.
Let's go crazy.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, bust that shit out. Don't hold back on the PZ. Come on.
That's all you had to do is ask.
How am I supposed to ask if I didn't know you actually owned one of these things?
You never brought it up.
Fair enough.
There you go. I got you in trouble and I got you a job. So my job here is done.
That's it.
Well, all right. Well, we can have a go. Good night, everybody.
Everyone go and get your munchies now.
Right? That was easy. Where's the easy button?
That's the first thing I do. Like, I don't know. I gotta tell you, like, you guys do like a long fucking show on Friday nights. Like that shit can go like 3 hours, plus the campfire. Like it's a fucking whole. It's like it's its own entity. It's its own evening. It's a whole evening with you guys. How do you survive that? Like for me, after like an hour and a half, like my mouth feels like sandpaper. I fucking can barely see. I'm squinting so fucking hard, and I'm hungry. Most importantly, I'm hungry as hell. I'm like ravenous by the time I get done with this shit. Like I gotta go. The first thing I do is like munchies. I gotta eat something. It's crazy,
right? Well, we started on Instagram. Home Garden Community started on Instagram, so we had a lot of nights that went 5-6 hours.
What the fuck?
And continued on like we've cut shit down since we've come to YouTube. We've had munchies online because Mama forgot that we were still recording. I thought we were on an after call, and I sat down and ate a whole polka dog in 2 bites live.
Oh my God.
It does happen. It does happen. So coming over to YouTube, we've actually, because Papa Kush is our producer, and corn dogs. He saw me on Instagram going these 5-6 hours, and he's like, "Oh, we got to control this." So when he got his hands on us, he's like, "Okay, 3-hour time limit. Not a hard 3 hour, but 3 hour ish, right?" And then he realized at one point we stopped showing gardens and we just sit there and start bitching and just start talking and just shooting the shit with everybody. So we just merged that into the campfire. So now we actually officially have a campfire where we know we're too blazed to start looking at gardens. We love looking at gardens during the campfire, but that's not our focus anymore. Now it's just to hang with the homies, right? So we just it was a natural progression. He was just like, well, let's just name it the campfire. I'm like,
the campfire is a really cool thing. If you've never been part of the campfire, like they literally set up like a little video of a campfire in the middle of the screen, T-Roy, and like they put all the users' video screens around it, and everyone just bullshits. So like it's like the whole thing. It's like a whole campfire,
Well, I'll tell you a little secret. The campfire, and the fire poker. That's me. That's me. The lake was frozen. That's our view. That's our lake. And it was frozen, and it was in the middle of January, and it was minus 40 degrees Celsius Canadian. I don't know Fahrenheit conversion, but damn fucking cold.
Me neither.
Yeah.
T-Roy?
Oh, I know the formula for it, but I'm trying to do the math.
Google someone?
It's Fahrenheit. So get this. It's Fahrenheit times 1.8, I believe, and then you add 32. And then for the Fahrenheit to Celsius, it's just division.
Well, we also have a rule on our show. There's no math.
That's gibberish.
We have no math.
Me neither. There's no. I don't know what math is. What's math?
Well, I was actually.
Plant counts. You know, they're supposed to have a plant count of 4, and they've got 12, and we're looking at them. That's why we don't know how to count. We don't do math. There's no.
Listen, I get it.
Right? You know, plus I'm fearful of numbers. I love looking at numbers, like in my bank account if they're growing bigger, which they're not. So I don't look at my bank account. But I hate math.
What the fuck is 9/5? Like, how am I supposed to figure that out? I need
9/5.
Can someone give me math, like weather for dummies, real quick? Because I need some shit.
9/5 would be like 1.3.
I don't know why he's not answering.
I'm just assuming it's just cold.
1.4.
It's minus 40 Fahrenheit. It's the same.
Holy shit! What?
Right? Oh. Damn fucking cold. That's
crazy. Okay.
Really? Well, no shit, huh?
I don't know how that. I don't know how that actually works, though. Like,
I guess once you get to a certain point, everybody universally is like, "Fuck that." So you know,
it's like this is it. Like anything worse than this is just bullshit.
Yeah. Just make it all the same. It's too cold. Let's go inside.
Yeah. So I laugh because everybody thinks it's Papa that's poking the fire, but it's actually me. I'm wearing his coat and stuff because it was so freaking cold. Like I had my stuff on and then put his coat on over top. It was that cold out. But sitting around the fire, it was a beautiful sunny day, and it was just a beautiful, glorious day. So we just, you know, you suck it up for an hour or two and enjoy the fire and enjoy the beautiful day, right?
I remember when I saw the first time you had the view, like the window was open behind you. I thought it was like a fucking, like a painting or some shit. Like, like when I saw you, like she got a fucking view behind that fucking curtain behind her. It's like mountains and a lake. And wait, if that shit fades it, dude. I mean, it's like ridiculous right there.
Damn.
Ridiculous. What lake is that behind you?
I'm not telling, but
okay, cool. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's these are my new curtains. That's why I have them on. They're my new curtains. It's going to be winter soon, and so I'm not going to be able to do the view from behind me like I normally have been over the summer because it's going to be dark at like 4 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah, so it's just going to be reflections at that point. So
the clocks go back again soon, right? Fuck.
Yes.
Fuck. I am not ready for that shit at all.
I thought they like vetoed or like stopped that shit like last year or something.
You know what? That shows up every election. Every election. They're like, we're going to do it. We're going to be the ones to do it. And they never do. I think Arizona is actually the only one that doesn't do it anymore.
Smart, yo.
Can't we all just like universally also say fuck that? Because like,
right?
If it wasn't for the Scorpions,
you know what's really messed up is going across the date line. Like if you're traveling and going across the date line, because it's actually another day, but then you get to relive that same day. When we came back from the Philippines a few years ago, it was literally the longest Tuesday of my life. I think it ended up being like 3 days with with all the time conversions and stuff. I'm like, this is the longest Tuesday of my life.
Yeah, no, I could definitely understand that.
And I want to do it.
Dude, with all this changing of the clocks and shit, like there's got to be time. There's time lost. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Time is I feel like slowly progressing faster. So like,
well, it was done in the back in the day when it was like the farmers and stuff, and the farmers needed the children. Like that's why summer vacation was a thing, because they needed the children. Like everybody just got pulled out of school because it's harvest time or planting time or whatever's going on. And so they're like, okay, well, let's just book it into the time. And that's the only reason why summer vacation for kids ever existed. And the same with the time zone. It's because of the farming and the agriculture and what they needed for society at that time. But I mean, right now we live in a 24-hour world, right? Like it's
100%.
Like
That's
if
fast.
something's not to you next day, like it's pack time.
Yep.
I don't even think about that shit. That's like some shit. That's some deep shit you think about when you're really fucking high. You know, when you start trying to.
Dude, I think about this kind of stuff often, but I feel like whenever I try to bring up stuff like this, people just look at me like I'm crazy, so I just keep it to myself.
Well, leave it to Mama to bring it to the forefront.
Listen, I'm all about it. Like it's all fucked up. None of it makes any sense.
It's all fucked up.
Huh?
What's fucked up though about it?
Just like the whole lose an hour and gain an hour and the adjusting of the times. It's, I don't know. I read a lot of news articles while I'm at work. You know what I mean? While I'm in the free time, and like scientifically, we're in a different spot in the universe. You know what I mean? Than we were when the time change was, originally a thing. And being closer to the one thing that we revolve around gives us a shorter distance to travel, meaning time is essentially moving faster. So the whole time change is essentially unnecessary at this point, considering our actual time, like what our phones say the time is not really what the time is. You know what I mean?
Well,
And
it should actually go on your circadian rhythm. I don't know if you guys even know what that is.
That's not on my radar.
Go ahead.
But
fill me in.
It's basically when your body says, okay, it's time to sleep, it's time to wake up, it's time to be active. And it's just in your DNA, I guess, or whatever. It's in you. Everybody has it. Like if you notice, like in the early afternoon, your circadian rhythm might be, this is my active time. This is when I want to get my shit done. And then in the afternoon, it's kind of rest time. It's like because you go in and up and then a down again, and your whole day is like that. But some people are more drastic than others. And when you wake up and when you go to sleep, and then you've got this rhythm throughout the day, and that's what the time, I think, should be actually based on, because that's human physiology. That's just going with your body and like nature.
It's against our human rights to have to be up at the ass crack of dawn to go fucking work for a goddamn dime.
Right?
It's fucked up. It's fucked up, man.
I used to have to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know how disgusting that was? Getting up at 4, going to bed at 8 o'clock at night, and then waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be at work for 5 o'clock.
Dude, like, I'm not even tired until like 10:30.
But I was done work by noon. So I had the rest of the day. So I sucked up and I did it.
I can see why.
I mean, yeah, there you go. But
we're talking about the changing of the clocks. I want to know, because this is now something that came to my head. Like, how does this affect when you're in the middle of growing a plant, though? Right. So, like, you have this thing that happens in the middle of twice a year. If you're in the middle of a grow, how does that affect?
No, unless you change the clock, though. Plants don't know unless you change the plants don't know unless you change the clock, like in an indoor grow.
Right.
But in an outdoor grow, they already know that shit. We're the dumb ones. They figured it out millions of years ago. We're the dumb ones that are going, what is this?
It's all the same 24 hours. It's just shifted. Yeah. And that's only for our perspective. It's, you know what I mean? It's, if we didn't know any better, the sun would rise at the same fucking time every day. You know what I mean?
That's why if you've ever been camping or been away from like disconnected from phones and time and that sort of thing, and all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I never wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Why? Your circadian rhythm is telling you that you're in nature now. It's time to get up. And nature does the same thing with the plants. Like that's why we have autoflowers. Autoflowers are what is that? A ruderalis plant, and that's like from up in Alaska and up north where it's light out 24 hours a day, 6 months of the year. Right. And the plant still needed to survive. So it was mutated itself over to this ruderalis. And then they brought that over and created the autoflowers that we love. Right. So it was just because of nature. Nature did this and we just exploited it.
That's a very good fucking point.
Dude, I love this. I love this episode.
Why am I so philosophical on the PC show?
That's crazy.
What?
I love it. This is so informational.
Let me ask you.
And I got to express my frustration about getting up at the ass crack of dawn to go work at some.
Right? It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, here we are.
Don't get me wrong. I like my job. I like what I do, but like, there's no reason we have to do it that early.
Exactly. Unless you want to be off at noon.
Yeah.
You make a really good point.
Now, let me ask you, what came first? Growing or like, have you been growing first? Like, or did you decide the influencer life came first? Like, what was
my goodness, growing 100%. Growing 100%.
Okay.
I sat on like I said, we get winter here. We get winter. So there's no going outside. That's why I'm not active on social media so much during the summer, because I'm outside enjoying what I can during the winter. It's so cold, right?
How about that?
Oh, I'm Canadian. I should sometimes my Canadian slips out. I usually try to keep it in check, but sometimes it slips out, eh?
I love the Canadian accent, though. I used to have friends that were from up there, from like around what the fuck? Oh God, brain fart now.
Well, I'm in British Columbia, so I'm on the West Coast, so I'm just like close to Seattle.
Yeah,
like
right. Yes,
I grew up like in the '90s, like with the grunge vibe and stuff like that. That was like right in my area because we were right in the heart of Seattle culture. It was like Vancouverish.
All right, so you're on the east coast of BC.
No, west.
Okay, so like
West
right
coast.
up against the ocean.
We're Pacific Ocean. I'm more in the middle of the province now, but that's where I grew up. Was right on the ocean. Like dipping my toes in the ocean was just what we did on the weekends.
That's awesome.
Like. Yeah.
So it's fun. I've got family that lives right on the like just through there on in Alaska, in Ketchikan, Alaska.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah.
like yeah, so like
so you gotta go. It's funny actually when Americans go to Alaska. Usually it's a cruise, like they have this big Alaskan cruise, but you have to check into Canada first because you're in Canadian territory for the longest time, and then you're into Alaska, right? So even though you're going from your country to your country, you still have that middle bit, which is us.
Yep. I've always found that funny. I've always wanted to travel that route and go up there because I've heard it's like absolutely like it's breathtaking. So like I'm all about, you know what I mean? Really nice, pretty things. So I want to go see like the mountains and shit.
Things too. There's nothing wrong with that.
I love pretty things.
I was talking about the things was supposed to be scenery, but I couldn't think of the word, so I needed to say something.
Okay with pretty things. I could just pretty.
Well, I appreciate your patience. Unlike fucking some people over here, easy,
right?
I'm cracking up, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
He's never see PZ. He's never experienced Mammakush. He does not. He did not know what he was stepping into today.
Hell no. No. All I really know is about what I see in the comments. Like that's you know what I mean. Unfortunately, I will definitely be into now.
On YouTube, man. You're missing out.
Okay, so I'll give you a little run.
4.
We don't do math. There's no math.
I got a lot of children. So they take up.
Well, that's your own fault. You didn't know how to bag it. So that's see. There's no complaining now.
No, definitely not. But I'm not free until like 9, and then 9 times out of 10 I've got to edit pictures or I'm going right to bed.
No excuses. There's no
I know.
excuses. You should
I
be in the
know.
loop because this is where all the cool kids are on 9 o'clock on a Friday. We do
Well,
2 shows.
let me be real with you. Historically, I have not been cool. So this is my first
now's
time
the
being a
time.
part of the in crowd. Okay.
This is your open invitation to be part of the cool kids. So I'll tell you what we do. So at Home Grow the Community, we do 2 shows. We do a Wednesday spotlight interview where we take a person from the community, with your big, small, you just have to be interesting. And we interview them for an hour. Then on Fridays, this is what Peasy's talking about. We do our Grow Me Gardens, which the community comes in, shows us their gardens. So they come on, they show off their gardens, gets to chit chat with us, hang with us, and we do that for two plus hours, however it works out for that night. And then the last bit of the show, we do a campfire where you don't have to be a grower. You don't have to have something to show. You can just come and hang out with us. And you sit around the campfire, like I said before, and you sit around the campfire and we just shoot the shit. Sometimes we talk about cereal. Sometimes we talk about movies. Sometimes we talk about growing. We're just a bunch of stoners at the end of the night, just recapping what we saw, how we went. It's so much fun. Much fun.
That's dope.
It's amazing.
That's definitely dope.
It is dope. It's amazing. And they do, her, Mr. Ganix, Sea Bunny, and what's that?
Yes, this is my crew. This is my crew.
Yeah, so I saw you bring those to LA. I gotta ask you, how was that trip? That was amazing that you got to go to the AC Infinity Grower Gauntlet event. That was amazing. The trip was awesome.
Oh my goodness, it was so incredible. Like I just got goosebumps when you said that word. I was like, oh, it was incredible. Oh my goodness. One, getting the invite was an honor, an absolute honor. Like, who am I? Right? Like, I'm just a fan. Like, we were talking earlier about how influencing came first, or I don't even say influencer. I'm not an influencer. I'm a creator. Like, I just create my shit. This
You're
is
right. I tend to group them.
And sometimes I add music and make it fun. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's informational, sometimes, so because I don't want to be like pushing. I never push anything. I'm a creator.
I mean, I know what you're saying, but in my opinion, right, and not to cut you off, but like, I feel like a creator is an influencer because as creators, we do influence people. So like, people who listen to HGTC or tune in to Grow Me Gardens or listen to you guys talk about different grows and different techniques and all this shit. And that alone that's influencing people. Like, I'm not talking like, like you're selling products or something. When I say influencer, I mean literally a creator who has influence on a mass amount of people. It's crazy.
Yeah, I get it. And it's weird. Like, it's just so weird because I literally sat on my couch watching Rob, CLTV, watching Pigeons 420, watching Mr. Grow It, watching Matt ICANN THC, like watching all these guys who grows. Like, these are my guys that I was watching faithfully to learn how to grow because I don't have a green thumb. I kill cacti.
Wait a second. That is impressive. That takes a lot to kill a cacti.
Right?
A lot. We've had this conversation in the show before. That tends to be the go-to. Like, if you can grow a cactus, like, you should be good to grow stuff. But like, you can't kill a cactus, is what they say.
Yeah, I did it multiple times. So I do not have a green thumb. I have a black thumb. So I had to learn everything like I was a little child. How do I plant a seed? How do I transplant? How do I do all of this? Right. So I've watched all these guys. And Papa Kush was sitting on the couch watching, and he's like, "You want to meet them? You want to be there? You can do it. You got it." And I'm like, "No." And then Mr. Ganix, I got introduced into the home grow community. Mr. Ganix was like, "Well, come on, come live." I'm like, "Oh, there is not enough wine in this world to make me go live." Finally, he wore me down because I had Papa Kush and I had Ganix just wearing me down. Finally, I show up with this big goblet of full of wine. Like this thing fits a bottle of wine with a straw. And I just sat there and just sipped on my straw the whole time. And believe it or not, I didn't even say a word. I was so quiet. I was shy. I was quiet. I would just sit there.
Well, how far you come from that, though? I'll tell you that.
Right?
That takes
Bunny doesn't believe me.
Though.
Bunny doesn't believe me that I was quiet. And Ganix is like,
Papa
she was. Oh, yes, there's a Papa Kush. So Papa
yeah.
Kush is our producer of Home Grow the Community, our show on YouTube. And Papa Kush is my husband. And he's right there. And I could throw something at him if he starts to get too cheeky.
That's our job.
I just love him to be in the fact that you got him to be your producer is incredible. It's got to be so much fun being able to do that together, though.
Oh my goodness, he has quite the sense of humor, and it just cracks me up that he's getting a fan base now. Everybody's just like hopping on the Papa train. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, he's supposed to be the quiet one in the back. I used to think she was a mute. Yeah, right, Mr. Kicks.
Papa has definitely slowly but surely been making a comeback, especially since you guys had him on. I watched, he was on the show a few weeks back.
Yeah. Yes.
That was like the first time I think anybody had really like gotten to know him like that. It was pretty crazy.
Well, he had shown his face previously when it was a Friday night, and I dared the chat. I'm like, we get to 100 in the chat tonight, I'll jump off my dock. You can't see the dock now. I got my tomato bushes here, but I have a dock right there. So I'll jump off the dock. I'm like, it's hot as balls outside. I'll do it. And they did. We got to over 100, and I live on the show. Fully clothed, just jumped right in. That was fun.
It's not easy to get to just 100. People are like, they think you see like these creators who get thousands of people on their lives, but like just trying to reach that 100 mark is sometimes a lot, especially for a smaller creator. To reach that, I probably would have jumped in the lake too. Shit.
Right? Oh my goodness, it was so fun. It was so fun. And then he had to set up outside because I just did this on this. Look, we didn't plan this at all. Like, I was in the chat before the show talking to a few people, and I'm like, you know what? I'll throw it out there. If we get to 100, I'll jump in the lake. And they made it happen. I couldn't believe it. Just like our 1,500, our channel just reached our 1,500 mark. And on Friday night, we're going to do a big giveaway. So anybody that has been on Grow Me Gardens since, I don't know, Ganix knows the numbers, has already been entered. And we're going to do a big prize giveaway, AC Infinity. Oop, wrong side. Wrong side. There we go. AC Infinity.
Oh my God.
The North Atlantic, see the logo. I'm like, what the fuck way is it again?
Right? I know. It's like, and we can darn. Oh my goodness. That was.
Yeah, let's get back to the LA trip because that was still incredible. So, in case you didn't know, for anyone who's watching didn't know this, so AC Infinity held the Growers Gauntlet Sesh at a big event where they crowned the winner of the Grower Gauntlet, which was a big grow off they had online. Where Luke won, which you remember, Luke T. Roy. He was on the show a few weeks back, or a couple months back, I should say. He's probably in here right now, and he had won. So they had a bunch of people come out for the event. So like all the big AC Infinity people on their team, like. That she had mentioned, like Pigeons 420 and all like the whole crew, Matt was there. I mean, everybody who was anybody who was an AC
was there. Like, oh my goodness. And then so Untrained Astronaut and I decide late in the evening that we are going to drunk dial. We are now at the end of the party. We're going to drunk dial Mr. Can Don.
The
Don. And he didn't answer. Weird. It's like 4:00 in the morning, your time. Why wouldn't you answer the phone from this random number?
Right.
So that I said to Train, I'm like, well, why don't we send him a video and then he can just wake up to it in the morning. So the video is us like screaming, Darn! We tried calling you, and it was just a total drunk dial. It was hilarious. You can see it on our Instagram pages.
It is up on there, which is Homegrown Community the Official, or Homegrown the Community Official on Instagram.
Yes, on Instagram. Yeah.
Homegrown Community Official. I can't even say. I keep fucking stuttering. Anyways, on Instagram and YouTube, Homegrown the Community. Make sure y'all check them out too, because the shows are on every twice a week, so you don't want to miss that shit. But I mean, that's such an awesome honor. How do you come down from that? Like, come back to reality? You know, that's
I haven't yet. Like, seriously, like the whole weekend was just like all my idols. Like, these are they taught me to grow. And then I got to meet pigeons. Oh my goodness. We were doing a live. So we did an Instagram live feed. And so Papa Kush, he's very tall. He's 6'5". So he's just like holds the camera up here. And he's just like following me around. Thank God I did my roots, because the whole thing is from the top of my head.
That's the best angle for me, anyways. The old MySpace selfie angle, like that's
right. So he was just following me around. He's like, "You go do your thing. Like, what? Do it, right?" And then I saw pigeons, and I'm like, "Oh my God, that's pigeons!" And if anybody knows me, I'm like #Team Pigeons. Like, he's like the one that taught me the most. Like, he used to not show his face, so he was chest down. There was like no face. And so like he would have a bowl and you'd have to like stare at his crotch and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's weird. So I'd fast forward through those bits and then get back to the growing bit. But he was the one that taught me you can't really hurt the plants. Like, you can bend them, you can break them, you can be rough with them, and they like it. They like it. They come back happier.
They do like it.
Right?
They like it a
they
lot.
Do. They do.
Shut up. You like it. Shut up. I know you like it.
You'll thank me in the morning.
That's right.
That's fucking funny.
Oh my God.
Oh, I totally fangirled. The whole thing, I was fangirling. I'm like, oh my God, it's Mr. Grow It. Oh my God. And then like, I'm just standing there chatting with the dude from the Dude Grow Show. And all of a sudden Rob's like, "Hey, aren't you Mammakush?" Like, what? Are you kidding me? And he's a giant too. Oh my goodness. And then Chris is the giant. Like, so I'm surrounded by all of these giants. And then Saul Bunyan, he's like the giant of all giants. And then Untrained Astronaut, he's a giant. Oh my God. All these guys.
Everybody's
it was like,
just huge, tall, like just ridiculous.
Well, it was like me, Dusa, pigeons. We were all like living the low life. These guys were all living the high life up here, because
literally
the
not just
up
weed,
there.
guys. We're talking like up there.
But the weed's different. He took a picture and you could see the smoke rising. So he literally didn't even have to smoke. He just had to breathe. He was getting oh my goodness. And then Luke, the winner of the gauntlet. Oh my goodness. I got him to sign my book. Oh my goodness. I did that live. Let me see if I can find the page.
What book is it you got him sign?
I have Mr. Grow It. Organic cannabis cultivation. And Mick Cannabis Luke is a beautiful photographer and a beautiful grower. I should have a
multi-talented Luke.
There we go.
Shout out to all the photographers, yo.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, that's right. T. Roy,
Look at that.
Let me blow that up real quick. Oh wow.
Hell yeah.
There we go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is on page 86, I think. I don't have my glasses on. But that's it.
Who needs those?
So I got him to sign my book. And then I got Mr. Grow It to sign my book as well. So I have an autographed copy.
So you fangirl hard.
And then my crew couldn't come to Los Angeles with us. So I brought them with me. And we would have morning tokes. I tucked him in a bit at night. I tucked him in at the airport, on the airplane. I put them in their seatbelts, took a picture of them. They sat next to me on the plane. Bunny sat next to me on the plane. And then we took them swimming. We went to the party, but I got everybody to sign the back of it for them because they couldn't be there.
Awesome.
They couldn't be there, right? So I brought my crew with me. There we go. I brought my crew with me, but they had as much fun as we did. Oh, Mr. Gannix, go back and watch my live. Oh, that's not Mr. Gannix. Mr. Gannix here. Go back and watch my live when I go through a live dispensary in the States, in downtown LA. Mr. Gannix found amazing bongs that he loves. He loves those bongs so much, but he liked the little ones better, not the big one.
Okay.
He's
right.
delicate.
All
He's
right.
delicate.
Did you find what was it, like a weed suppository in one of those dispensaries? What was
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Like how that's crazy. Take that before a flight. Like, how does that work, yo?
Well, I'm walking through and I don't have my glasses because we're doing a live. So I'm like trying to not look old. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to wear my glasses, but I see this beautiful packaging and it says hangover. Right now, I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to come back and get that because I'm going to it was right before the party. So It was like the morning of. So I was getting all my weed and stuff to go because we crossed the border. So I couldn't bring any homegrown with me because we came on a flight.
Right.
And so I was just going to a dispensary and I saw this package, hangover. Okay, fine, whatever. I'll come back to this. So then I go off and I look and I do the thing. Mr. Gannix finds the bong that he just loves. C Bunny finds the t-shirts that she likes. We're all good, right? I finally get up to the lady and I'm like, oh, there was like a hangover thing. Like, can you help me find it again? I forgot like where it was, right?
Yep.
She's like, I'm like, oh, I think it's over here. She takes me over there. She's like, oh, that's a suppository. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then Bunny cracks up. Well, if nothing else worked, just stick it up the butt. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dying. We're live on location. And this is all happening. I'm like dying.
What a way to segue to a phone call. To be blunt, which name were you calling from?
Yo, it's Cannabis Luke. I had to come call out Mammakush. It's so awesome meeting you.
Yo, what's up, Luke?
Oh
Congratulations again, man. Big win for you.
Hell yeah, congrats.
Yeah, no, Mammakush was so cool. She made me feel so special. It was awesome hanging with you. Much love, Mama.
Oh, and your beautiful, beautiful wife. Oh my goodness. She's just sitting on the couch. Like, I don't see why he's impressive. He doesn't do the dishes. Like, I could just see the look on her face. And like, I don't get it.
Oh shit. Well, much love, guys. Great show.
Oh, love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Luke.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Later,
Luke
Luke.
Mrs. Luke was not partaking in the festivities as much as Mr. Luke was. So she was funny. She's like, I'm coming home to a dirty kitchen. I'm like, come on.
Easy, I hate to do this, but I gotta split, my man. I gotta head out of here. My phone's about to die and duty calls in the house. So
all right, man. We'll talk soon.
Mammakush, it was a pleasure. You'll see me in the comment section on the lives. We'll talk soon. Easy, I'll see you soon, brother.
All right. To be blunt, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, what up? It's Inner Vibes.
What's up?
Inner Vibes. Hey, buddy.
In the background, bro. Can you turn that off?
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, bro. Let me get that off for you, man. My fault.
Oh, man. I can hear it in the background. It's like an echo.
Inner Vibes was the very first person I met getting out of the car. Getting out of the car, Inner Vibes was like right there when I got out of that truck. He was just like, hey. He welcomed me with such a big hug. Oh my goodness. I loved it.
Yeah. It was a good vibes, It was a really good vibe. Shout out to Papa Kush.
Yes. We started we tried to start a dance party. You and I had a dance party on the dance floor.
Yeah, I just wanted to call and say hi to everyone. Shout out Luke. Shout out Mammakush, man. Shout out to you, brother. Appreciate the invite to the podcast, man. I can't talk much because my neck is fucked up,
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
yes, you just got out of surgery. Healing vibes and healing vibes to Inner Vibes.
And you're fucking calling in on the show after major surgery.
Yeah, brother. But you know what I mean? Gotta show the love,
Damn, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, man, it's all good. That's what we do, man.
Oh, thanks, healing man. Vibes.
We wish you rest up. Recovery too, man. Make sure you give us up
to date. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I will do. keep on growing, everybody. Like I said, just want to show the love.
Appreciate that.
Oh, happy growing, sir. It was wonderful meeting you.
Oh, it was a pleasure meeting you too. Yeah. Y'all have a blessed evening, and I'll be watching on the sidelines here.
All right, cool.
Healing vibes.
All right. We got time for another call. Maybe we'll take one more if anyone. We'll see if anyone wants to call in. And
I tell you, 420 Things was right. It was too damn hot to be dancing. Oh my goodness, my favorite spot, and it was it was like this unusual heat wave. Like I thought Mama was going to be melting.
No, that's what they tell you. Listen, my brother lives in San Diego for a couple of years, and that motherfucker would always tell me the weather's perfect. The weather's perfect. And the one time I go to visit, he's like, "Oh, I don't know why it's so hot. It must be some kind of weird heat wave." It's exactly what he said to me. It's just hot out here, bro. Nah, you don't fuck with me.
It was beautiful. I loved it. But in the event, it was so hot. Like if I found this like industrial sized fan, and I'm like, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm just gonna stay here. And then sure enough, everybody starts coming around. 420 Things, we're hanging out. Well, untrained astronaut, we're all hanging out by the fan.
Sweating. To be blunt, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's the crippled cannabis cowboy.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Untrained astronaut. That guy's fucking awesome, man. I've been watching his YouTube. I actually fucking learned his name from watching your show, PG.
Yeah, man, he was on the show a couple times.
Yeah.
Now you got to watch HGTC and Mammakush too.
His camera setup was so incredible. He had like this robot arm gimbal, like floating thing. Like this thing was incredible. Papa Kush comes up with our little camera. He goes, "I feel you're compensating with something."
Yeah, right.
Dude, I gotta say that is the coolest fucking name I've heard in a while.
What?
Like that was earned, Papa Kush.
Oh, Papa Kush.
Papa Kush.
That's cool.
Mama Kush.
Earned the name right there. There's like a badge of honor.
Badge of honor.
Papa Kush has got quite the sense of humor, that gentleman.
I talk a little funny. I'm sorry. I'm obviously crippled. I have big problems.
It's not just a nickname.
I had a question for you. Y'all were talking about a fucking campfire and hangout. What was up with that?
Okay, so every Friday night we do our Grow Me Gardens, which is 9 p.m. Eastern at Home Grow the Community on YouTube. And so we spend the first couple of hours looking at gardens and beautiful grows and talking to amazing growers. And then when we get too high, Papa rolls us into a campfire where you don't have to be showing your grow. You can just come and hang out. And you get to hang out on the screen with us, hang out, just talk. Sometimes we talk about cereal, movies, growing, shoes. I don't know. We've talked tools.
No,
we got
virtual, bro. It's virtual.
You just gotta be on YouTube.
On the YouTube channel.
Oh, I got you. It's a virtual, so you actually,
which is great for you because you don't have to go anywhere because you said you can't, you don't move.
That's right. And it's not necessary to show your face. It's
perfect.
At any point, it's not necessary to show your face in case you're in an area that is not so canna friendly. That's why we don't do math, right? We don't know how to count. I don't know how to. And but there's reasons. There's reasons why, right? So, but we would love to see your grow. If you have a grow, we would love to see and chat with you. And if not, come hang out around the campfire. And you never know where the conversation goes. Sometimes it's a tool fight. We have Milwaukee.
I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't go to a campfire.
Perfect.
Campfire, I'd probably fall in that motherfucker.
We don't want that, dude. Right?
No, not at all.
No, the last thing we want is a barbecue, please.
No, our show is wheelchair friendly.
Yes, Grow Me Gardens. It's a home grow the community. I'll send you the link, bro.
Very cool. That's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Well, once again, an awesome show, and I always learn shit calling in. And thank you for dealing with my annoying call-ins.
No, dude, I
while.
love every time you call it. Really.
I can't wait to meet you on the show. Come and hang out.
Yes, come hang out on Friday.
You are probably going to see me virtually around a campfire.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
All right, have a good night.
All right, brother.
All right, happy growing. Oh, and also in LA, I got my very first stalker. I got a stalker. So after the live that we did in the dispensary, we come back and we're like just having a smoke before we go up to the hotel, and this car pulls up kind of quickly, right? And we're in downtown LA, and like Skid Row's like right there, right? So I'm like, I just kind of move behind Papa, and I'm like, stranger danger. Right. And I'm like, just keep walking. Don't make eye contact. I'm from the city. You know, I live in a town now, but I know how to do this. Right. And then he's like, well, wait a minute. He didn't get the stranger danger vibes. Right. Like that's my default danger. Yeah. Right. That's not his default. He's like, no. We assess. Then we get to danger. So he's like, right. So then he's like, hey, and he kind of like pops his head, like, and then it was just one guy in a car, and we were on the sidewalk, and he pops his head, and he's like, hey, is that Mammakush? He's like, yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I think, okay, safe. So I kind of come out from behind Papa Kush, and I'm like, give me a name. Right. Because now I'm seeing a face, and a lot of times it's not the faces we're seeing. It's just the logos. Right. So I'm like, name? He's like, Viscero. I'm like, no way. He's like on our campfires. He's on our Gromy Gardens. Wow. He's on there. And he's just like, I just saw you over here. And so he found us because of the live. And he was like showing me this amazing jar of homegrown that he grew. And he was so proud to show it off. And I'm like, awesome. This is amazing. This is so cool. Like, it was just such a wonderful, wonderful community moment. Like, he was just like, that's Mammakush. I got to show off my grow. Oh, it was absolutely fabulous.
I love that's a life. That's where it's at now for you, which is amazing. And we wish you nothing but the absolute best and most success. I mean, you're killing it right now. You're killing it.
Thank you. Thank you.
The whole crew is the show is great.
Crew. Yeah. We were all there. We went out and did our thing. Like, these guys floated in the pool. Well, not Mr. Gannix. I wouldn't let him swim alone with me. Bunny and I went for a dip together. Yeah, no. Well, I didn't. Fuck that. He got the Gamicorn. He ain't going in the pool with me.
Oh my God.
He went and looked at the view. I had a beer with him. We were at the airport, and like, we're waiting. We got some food, and I got a beer. So like, I had a beer with my buddy. And in the mornings, I gave them joints. We all had joints in the morning together. Morning joints. I tucked him in bed. Yeah, morning joints. There we go. And at the party, because I was the weirdo carrying art, arts and crafts. I was the weirdo. Like, if nobody remembers me by my name, they're going to be like, oh, that lady that was like walking around, like accosting people to get them to sign these freaking things.
Ridiculous. Well, listen, I appreciate your time and coming on and hanging out with us here on To Be Blunt tonight. It's been amazing.
So fun.
Make sure you guys tune in Friday night, Homegrown Community Official on YouTube for Gromy Gardens. From myself, To Be Blunt, shout out HGTC and all of you who are watching tonight. Mammakush, thank you so much. We'll catch you soon.
Happy growing, everyone.
To Be Blunt. And thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with us. You already know I appreciate each and every one of you. You showed Mammakush hella love. And for that, thank you. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Same weed time, same weed channel.